Yes. Today I'm going to take a backup of your fundamentals, what we have done till yesterday. Let us see. So this is the third backup session where I'm going to be taking. I guess you all people can hear me, right? Let me know if you are facing any challenges in hearing or any disturbances coming from it. See, coming from the beginning, you consider this one is a starting point. Okay, you consider this one is nothing but a starting point. So generally, when coming, why we need to go for and programming part inside a Salesforce means most of the functionality you can achieve with the configuration part. Okay, so coming to the customizations, we are extending the platform actually. Okay, we are extending the functionality on the Salesforce platform, which is not achievable with a configuration part. Then only we can go for a coding part. When coming to the coding part, Salesforce has introduced to Apex programmatic language for us. Apex is an object-oriented programmatic language. We are going to be deal that one. Keep that one aside. Okay. So from starting onwards, if you are a beginner on the programming part, then concentrate here. See, whatever the program you write, what exactly the program means. You're passing information to the system. What is the system here? Salesforce system. Okay, either you talk with Salesforce database, either you talk with force.com server, whatever it may be. You have to supply some commands. You have to give some commands to the system. What need to be worked. Okay. Let us say, for example, see, I have a value of 10. Okay. I have a value of 10. This is just a value. Okay. I'm storing that value in one of the variable. Every statement must end with a semicolon. Okay. That means you are saying to the system, the command is done. Now, when I click on execute button, what happens? Let's see. It's showing a problem saying that variable does not exist. Where? That means whatever the word here you wrote, it is not understandable. You don't know what exactly this is. So you have to tell to the system what exactly this means. 10. A 10, a value of 10 is assigned to this variable. Temporarily it's stored in this variable. An address has been allocated for this. Okay, now you have to say to the system, this is not a normal variable, it is an integer variable. Okay, now you click on execute. See, it executed successfully.
Sir, hello, sir.
Yes, yes, tell me.
మాకు సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ హోమ్ స్క్రీన్ కనపడుతుంది సార్. డెవలపర్ కన్సోల్ కనపడలేదు.
అవునా?
అవును సార్.
ఇప్పుడు
ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తుంది సార్. ఓకే
ఓకే యా సారీ నేను మర్చిపోయి వేరేది షేర్ చేశాను.
ఓకే సార్.
Okay, what I am trying to say is I have a value of 10. Okay, I'm storing that value of 10 to the one of the variable. Okay, I'm putting semicolon like this. See, if I write like this, when I click on execute, let me check whether system understands or not. Saying that it gives an exception, saying an error, variable does not exist. That means this var system is saying I did not understand what exactly this var is. So you have to say to the system, based on this value, you have to say to the system, this is nothing but an integer. That means this 10 is a single value where you stored in this variable, and saying to system, this is not a normal variable, it is an integer variable. Now you have to concentrate on this. What we can call that is nothing but a data type actually. Data type. What do you mean by data type? what type of a data. You come from big, you come from here, data type. You put question, what type of a data? You put question, what type of a data it is? It is a number data. That means you're going to put as an integer. Similarly, I wrote like this. Now you tell me what type of a data it is.
String.
Yeah, it is a text. Text means we are going to give it in the format of a string. That means Srikanth is one of the value, a single value. You stored in this variable. How you know whether it is stored in this variable or not? Based on this assignment operator. Okay. And you are going to say that this is nothing but a string. Right. Now, let us concentrate. System.today. What it is giving? It gives today's date. Now I am going to store it in another variable. Right? Now I'm going to store this in another variable. Now you tell me what type of a data it is exposing outside. It gives today's date. We know that. It gives today's date. So it gives the date. So this is the way how you write. How you know? Do you know how to put a data type here? Based on these values, based on this data, you're going to be decide. Like this, we can call it as primitive data types. The two types of data types are there. Primitive data type and
Yes, subjective data.
object data type. All these are nothing but primitive data types. What are the primitive data types are available? Every day you have to go here. You have to type like this, primitive data types. Okay. See, these are blob, boolean, date and time, decimal, double, ID, okay, integer, long, except you people, except blob, try with all others. Okay, try with all others. Like that. All these are nothing but a primitive data types. Now, coming back. See, now you can use this query editor. You know, you can use this query editor. Not only that, you can use this open. You can open the objects. When I choose this object, select this account, click on this open. Okay, these are the fields that are available on the account. These are the fields that are available on the account. Why I opened this one, you know the reason why I opened this one? Because all these are nothing but API fields where it refers by the Apex. That means based on this, you can refer these things in your program. So that's the reason I just opened the API name from the backend. I just open the object. If you want to open the object of opportunity, come here, Control O, select the object and type like opportunity. Double click. It opens the opportunity object. If you want to open any object, let's say for example, I want to open product. Okay, product is nothing but this one. Right? So I want to open any opportunity line item. This is opportunity line item. You want to open a case. Control O. Case. Like this. So if I have a work with an object, like specific object, when I'm writing any code, definitely I have to open this one and I want to use these API names. Who can helpful for us here? No one will tell you, right? So no document will tell you, right? So you come here and open this one and you can identify it. Now, if I want to open a case, you select the ID, press on control button, whatever the information you want, select it, click on query, click on execute. See, it gives all the information what are available on this case. Similarly, you can touch on your accounts, whatever information you want. Click on query. Okay, now the data is came here. The query comes here. Click on execute. So those records will be opened here. What we can call this one? This is nothing but a subject. Sorry, query, SOQL query. What is that? This is nothing but a query. Select. You are selecting all the fields from this object. That's it. So it's showing all the data here. You can also open a record from here. See, I selected this record and click on open detail page. It opens the detail page. Okay. It opens the detail page. Right. Now, if you want to edit this one, see, let me edit this. Let me give this something account name. I just given this account name and there is a red mark. Red mark indicates unsaved record. Now you select this record. There is an option called save row. Okay, it is asking phone number. Okay, there is a validation rule. It is asking phone number. Let me provide phone number. Now these two are unsaved record. Save rows. See, it is updated. Now you come here. This is the record, right? Earlier we don't have phone number and account number, right? You refresh this one. You can see phone number and account number. So like this, you can open that record. You can update here from directly. Even you can delete this record, delete the row. The record has been deleted. Now you refresh this thing, you can see the record has been deleted. See how simple it is, right? If you want to insert a new row, you just click on this, you fill up these details and click on save button. So definitely a new account will be inserted for you. Yeah. So like this, you can write a query. Okay. Now, okay, boss, I will write this query in the program later, not right now. Okay, wait for the time being. Okay, wait for the time being. Now, if you want to access, you please remember this option, what I'm trying to say. Now you know how to declare a variable. Now you know how to declare a variable. Now you know how to open the objects. Now you know how to use your object. You know how to use your object and click on query. A query will come in here. When you execute this, a record will be opened in this panel. From this here, you can open the actual records, you can update the actual records, you can delete the actual records, whatever stuff you want to do, you can do it from here. Okay. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Right. So now in your program, either you want to create a record or you want to delete a record, okay, or you want to update a record. First of all, you should get access of that object. Okay. You need a memory, you need an allocation for that one stuff. So then only you can create it. So how you can do that one means, let's say for example, still I'm working on anonymous window, control E. Now you need an access of this object. You write like this. That's it. Account A equal to new account. Now you need access of this case. You write like this. Case. Anything. Case. Now you need access of this product. You have to write API names. Product 2. Like this. Now if you want access of this opportunity line item, you need access like this. Now there are some other objects also available, like custom objects, like transaction is one of the custom object. These are the fields what we created in that. Now you want access of this object. Now how you can do? Transaction double underscore C. Like this you will write it. Account, case, product, opportunity line item, transaction. Okay, so like this you will write it actually. Okay, this is nothing but a object instantiation. Okay, see, a new account has been given to this variable and saying to the system, this is not a normal variable, this is an account variable. So defining data type as an account, that comes under as an S object. Defining data type as an account, that comes under S object here. So according to me, both are the same. According to me, both are the same. I given 10 value to this variable. I given a new account to this variable. A memory has been allocated for this. Now you know how to declare a primitive data types. Now you know how to declare a subject to data types. And you know how to access the object from the developer console. And you know how to access a queries from that object from the developer console. So these things you might have right now. This is what we have been explained still from 20 minutes back. All right. Now, I have a goal. I want to create a data from the backend code. So to create a data from the backend code, you need object instantiation. So first of all, basically you should have an idea. Okay, at least a goal is required. Forget about the coding syntaxes. I never remember coding syntaxes, to be frank. I remember only the procedure. Okay, so if I want to create a data on the account object or a contact object, definitely I'm going to for a access of that respect to object. This is the way I'll do access. Contact con equal to new contact. That means an object has been created. A memory is allocated for this. Let me execute this one. Let me check whether it is working fine or not. See, it executed. What do you mean by this? 0x69. This is the hexadecimal code. Okay, that means address has been allocated. This is the address of that object. This is the address of that object. We are all having our own addresses, right? Permanent address, temporary address, right? Similarly, we have the address of your contact temporarily in your program. Okay. Now, contact dot. What are the fields you want to populate? You just populate it. This is what I just given the last name, a variable declaration. This is variable declaration. This is also variable declaration. This is also variable declaration, right? And what else? Insert call. At a time, you are populating these two field values. Like this, you can populate n number of values. No worries. You can populate n number of values. Okay. And you put that into this object. Okay. Insert con. So that means what happens is a contact, a record will be inserted successfully. Okay. Now execute. While executing, just check this one. Let's check my contact structure before inserting. After insert. Insert ముందు insert తర్వాత ఎలా ఉందనే చెక్ చేద్దాం. See, memory is allocated for com and the last name variable has been assigned. That also address has been given. Date of birth value is assigned, address given. See, this is before insert. Before insert, last name and birth date, two fields are having a values. And we supplied these two values to the database. Okay, insert. We have been done an insert operation. And there are some backend stuff will be there, it will run. Here you can see a debug. After insert, see the structure, how it look like. I just filterized the log. In before insert, this is the data what we supplied, like test contact developer and birth date. Okay. When we supply the data and you perform the DML operation command, system will insert that data and it will generate an ID. So this is what extra we got into the picture. Right, this is what same here also con, here also con. I supplied two values and it printed two values here. After insert, it's showing the ID. That means a Salesforce has taken your inputs and it creates a record. That's what. And you have to see there is a corner limits for every transaction. These are the most asked question. There is a corner limits for every transaction. Okay. Now, how many DMLs I perform? I performed only one DML. Okay, I performed only one DML. Now you know how to create a data from backend code, right? This is the way how you create a data from backend code. How you create a data from how do you create a record? Okay, from backend code means like this. Very simple. You just follow these principles. It will be created. Okay, that's what we have been discussing. Very simple this is. Now, what we have done is this is your program. This is your database. And in database, you are having an object. What you have done? You passed instructions from here to here. And record will be inserted in this table. Through your program, you pass instructions to the database and it inserts record into this table. Now data is here. Now, what is my next question is, I want to bring this data to my program. I'm getting the point.
Yes, sir.
I want to bring this data to my program. Okay. నా ప్రోగ్రామ్ల డేటాని నేను డేటాబేస్ పంపించాను. వెరీ సింపుల్, డిఎంఎల్ స్టేట్మెంట్ వాడగానే వెళ్ళిపోయింది. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు డేటాబేస్లో ఉన్న డేటా అంటే ఆబ్జెక్ట్లో ఉన్న డేటాని ఐ వాంట్ టు బ్రింగ్ దాట్ ఇన్ టు మై ప్రోగ్రామ్. సో హౌ యూ కెన్ బ్రింగ్ ఇట్? వెరీ సింపుల్. ఇక్కడ ఏం రాసావు? కొరీ రాసే కదా గెట్ చేసుకున్నావు ఇదంతా, రైట్? యూ నీడ్ ఎ కొరీ టు డూ సచ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఎ థింగ్స్. ఓకే, first you have to send request to the database. That is nothing but, okay, I'll tell you it. Now data is here. Okay, now I want this data. So what you will do? First you will request database. Database will go to the object. Here it will fetch and it will send back the data. This is the procedure. You made a request. That request is nothing but SOQL. It reaches to the database. It will fetch the data. Okay, and it will send data as a format of response back. Let's see how we can. Only one statement you have to remember. If you are writing a query, that query must be in this array, in this rectangular basis. Select ID comma last name comma phone from contact limit 1. This is the SOQL query. It gives only single record. Okay, and I want to hold this one. This query will go here. Okay, select ID comma phone. So it selects ID comma phone from this object and it will bring it back again. So what kind of data it is coming? It is coming contact data. Right? It is getting contact data. According to me, all these are same. But all these are variable declarations, boss. All are holding single data. Single number value it is holds, single text value it holds, single date value it holds, single object it is holding, single account object it is holding. Okay, single text value it is holding, single contact record. This one it is holding. According to me, everything is common, simple, same. The only thing is, the matter what you are using is very important. I'm not requesting you to write such kind of things. I'm requesting you to observe it. When you do observation, then you write the code simply. Now you know how to insert a data and how to retrieve a data, right? Now let's go with multiple things. I want to do some certain things in a bulkify manner, or I want to do the things repeatedly. So repeatedly means inside Salesforce, we have like 3 types of options will be there. three types of options will be there. Like let's say, for example, while, do while, for. In the regular classes, I have been explaining these two things, but in the backup session, I'm not going to explain these two things, but because I want to be more focused on for. Okay, if you want to these things, you can go and check it in the regular class fundamentals. Might be it's in the day two. Okay, you can find it there. But today I have to talk much about the for. So that's why I'll go with only for. Just give me a second. I'm getting a call. Sorry, I'm back. Now you know how to declare a variable, right? You know how to declare a primitive data types as subject to data types. And you know how to instantiate the either standard object or a custom object, you know how to instantiate the objects. And you know how to insert a single record by using DML operations. And you know how to retrieve a record by using SOQL query on a single query. Now we have to be concentrate on doing some certain things in a bulky file. Okay. So in that case, we can go with the loops called as for. So this is a for. You know how to declare a variable, right? Integer I equal to 0, I less than of 10, I plus plus. What do you mean by this one is, this is a variable declaration, this is a condition check, and this is an increment or decrement. I value is 0. First, initially the I value is 0. 0 is less than of 10. Yes, it's a true condition. It's a true condition, right? That's why it go inside. Inside, I'll write some logic. Okay, the I value is. So initially it is 0. 0 less than 10. It is true. Prints the 0 here. 0 will be incremented to the 1. Again, it will check the condition. 1 less than of 10. So this one will print with the 1 value. And 1 will be increased to the 2. And 2 less than of 10. Like that, it will be iterated. So now, let's say, now the I value becomes as a 9. When it is incremented, it becomes as a 9 and it printed. And 9 value has been incremented to the 10. 10 less than of 10. Obviously, it is a false. Okay, because 10 is never be less than of 10. Okay, so that's the reason it will fail. Once the condition is failed, it will come out of the loop. It will come out of the loop. So we are expecting, our results are expecting to print this statement multiple times. So for that reason, we have written a logic like this. See this, we are doing some certain things in a bulky file. Okay. So it is iterating each and every time. Okay, this is the way. You put this one aside. You put that one aside. Now you know how to print a value for multiple times, right? Now my question is, I want to insert a multiple contact records. Okay, I want to insert a multiple contact records. How you can insert a multiple contact records? So I will write like this: contact con equal to new contact. Con dot last name equal to some contact. And I'll write insert con. Enough. These statements are required to insert a contact. But my requirement is I want to insert a multiple contacts. How many contacts? Multiple contacts. Let's say I want to insert 10 contacts at a time. Previously, 10 minutes back, we came to insert a record, single record. Okay. నువ్వు మొత్తం గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సిన పని లేదు. సింగిల్ రికార్డ్ ఎలా ఇన్సర్ట్ చేయాలని తెలుసుకొచ్చారు, మల్టిపుల్ రికార్డ్స్ ఎలా ఇన్సర్ట్ చేయాలని తెలుసుకొచ్చారు, ప్రొసీజర్ తెలుసుకోమంటున్నా అంతే. I'm not expecting you to remember all the syntaxes. If you are a programmer, please don't remember all the syntaxes. If you are a programmer, you have to remember the procedure. Procedure is very important for us. Procedure means how the way we insert a single record, how the way we insert a multiple records. If we got any exception in that, how we are going to be taking care of it. Only these things are required for us. Okay. So I just created this one, but this one will create only single record. For that reason, I used for. Because so inside for, I just put these statements. Inside for, I just put this, that means multiple times it iterate. That means multiple times it iterate. After 10, when it comes, when the I value comes 10, the condition dissatisfied will come out of this and you cannot insert any records. So now this one will insert multiple contacts. See? See 10 DML rows, 10 statements. Okay. So this is the way, not, see, understand. This is not the way to insert a multiple contacts. Remember it. But it happily executed and we see the result also. But this is not the way. This is not the proper way. Okay. This is one of the way, but it is not a proper. It is not a proper. Because if I go with 160 contacts, okay, if I go with 160 contacts, clicking on execute, we will see the limit exception. See, these are the limit exceptions. Too many DML statements. We have 150. We can create only 150, but we have given 160. That is, it is more. So that's the reason system do not have a capability to deal. So that's why it's showing an error message for us. So that is the reason this is not a good healthy code. Then how to do? So you want to catch each and every record, what is available in your system. So you want to catch every session is interrelated for us here. Okay, every session is interrelated for us here. Okay. Now let me make this beautiful file code. Okay. So before going that, there is an option for us called as collections. We have three types of collections are there: list, set, map. List, set, map. Three collections are there. With the help of that, you can provide a solution for this. So collections means when every time when I work on the collections, I remember it's a bag to me, bag. Like on the bag, you can cover multiple things, right? Let's say, for example, I went to the supermarket and I brought some fruits. I need to carry that in a bag, right? If not, there will be a leakages. Similarly, when you're dealing with a large volume of data, or when your code has been dealing with a bulk amount of code, bulk amount of data, then obviously you have to maintain some collections. In Salesforce, we have only 3 types of collections called as list, set, map. So then how you can deal this one? List of contact. Let us say con list equal to new list of contact. How we wrote this list, we'll see. See, earlier you have written like this: contact con equal to new contact. This statement deals with single record. Now, when you write like this statement deals with multiple records. This is single record, boss. This is multiple, boss. How you know it is multiple? Because you use collection. At the head, you use the collection syntaxes. Okay. Now coming back here. So instead of writing directly insert statement, put your collection variable inside each and every prepared contact, gather it. So I'm just gathering that into this con list. I'm just gathering that data into this con list. Once you got this con list, you come here, put insert and put this one. See, I just added here. Okay. I collected all 160 contacts into this collection variable. Okay, this is called as collection variable, list collection variable. The generic type of list collection variable is a contact. Now you know this statement deals with multiple records, so that's why I hold like this. See, it inserted. Now how many DML statements you used? You used only one DML statement. But how many rows it deals means it deals 150 rows, 160 rows. See, all the contacts has been created. This is the way how you deal with a single insertion and multiple insertions. When you want to do multiple, when you want to load multiple data at a time to the program, means it has to completely deal with your collections.
List collection.
Yeah. Right. Now, going back again, previously you have written like this: contact con equal to select ID comma last name from contact where, not where. Right now at the moment I'll put as a limit 1. What happens limit 1 here?
Only one record will.
Exactly, it gives only one record and stored in this variable. Now, but if you observe here, by this query, it gives multiple records, 55 records, or else I'll go with this. See, this is giving 576 contacts, not single record, right? 576 contacts I want to hold. Let us say I'm writing like this: select ID comma last name from contact. I'm not using limit. So then definitely this query will give multiple records. Will give multiple records. If you want to hold multiple records, then obviously you have to put as a list.
List.
See how variation it is. How simple it is. అంటే మీకు ఒక ఐడియా ఉండాలి. ఐడియా రానంత వరకు మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తూనే ఉండాలి. ఓకే, నేను చెప్తున్న ప్రకారం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తాం అనుకోండి, చాలా ఈజీ, లేకపోతే కాంప్లెక్స్ అయిపోతుంది. సో అందుకనే దట్స్ ద రీజన్ ఐ స్టిల్ డింట్ టచ్ ద ట్రిగ్గర్స్. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ యు గో ద అవుట్ సైడ్, outside people will never concentrate on these many sessions on fundamentals. They will cover one session in the fundamentals. Next session immediately they will open triggers. Okay, but how many sessions I have taken?
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still there are fundamental sessions, and I took backups 3 sessions today, including this class. We are getting third backup session again. Okay, because why I put more concentration means rest of the things are flavors. Okay, but you need fundamentals. That's why I'm putting more concentration on the fundamentals. You should aware how to deal single records, how to deal multiple records. How can I bring data from database to my program? How can I send a data from my program to database? So these things you should aware. Now, see, these are the contacts, right? These are the contacts, right? Now we are talking about the collection variables. Let's see how many data it holds. See, it holds 576 contacts temporarily in your program. That means all those contacts are there in your hand. Now you can delete it, you can update it, you can do whatever stuff you want because it is there inside your program. Okay. Now what I would like to do, I don't want to delete. I don't want to do update. I want to touch down each and every record, and I want to view each and every record information, what it is having. Okay. So this is my basic idea. I don't want to insert. Again, I don't want to update all the data, or I don't want to delete all the data. Whatever the data it is available in my program, I want to view. I just want to view each and every record data. So that's the reason we will put for. You copy this statement, put inside. Put semicolon, colon, put colon. Assign to one of the variable and say to the system this variable is nothing but a contact.
Contact.
Why I put a contact? Why I put C as a contact? Because this con list. If I wrote like this, 576 times it will iterate. That is the beauty. 576 times it will be iterated. That is the beauty. Now let us see. Okay. C dot last name. C means contact. Dot last name means it will come into the picture. So every contact's last name will be printed. Let's see execute. See this? Every contact last name it has been printed. That means I have touched on each and every contact record through my code. This is called as for each loop. for each loop. Every record we are touched on. We are viewing each and every record. Okay, and we are viewing only the specific value in that records like this. Now, my question is very simple. Let us see. Understand. Okay. Identify. Okay. Identify the contacts which do not have phone number. Identify the contacts which do not have a phone number. Okay. That means I'm identifying the contacts which do not have a phone number. Let us say, for example, to check whether my query works fine or not, the same code, same query,
Phone.
where phone
Not equal.
equal to null. That means I'm identifying the contacts. See, identifying the contacts where phone is null. See, 334 contacts do not have phone number. Through your program, okay, copy all this statement, come here, put this one, list of
Contact.
contact
Con list.
list, right? Now what this query is returns? This query returns the contacts data which do not have phone number. Now I want to iterate each and every record and I need to update this phone number. How you can do? Iteration, right? For
loop.
copy this one, put it here.
List. Colon.
To see
Contact.
Now
System.design.
every contact you need to supply phone number. I'm supplying some default phone number as of. Okay, I'm just giving this phone number to each and every contact. How many? 334 contacts are there. Through this list, I'm iterating each and every contact. I'm iterating each and every contact, and updating the phone number. Now you have to capture that in here because multiple contacts are there, right? You have to capture it. So I just updated a phone number and again I put that into the collection data. ఏం చేశాను క్వరీ చేశాను ఐటరేట్ చేస్తున్నాను ప్రతి ఒక్క రికార్డులో ఉన్న ఫోన్ నెంబర్కి వాల్యూ పాపులేట్ చేస్తున్నాను పాపులేట్ చేసిన దాన్ని సీని మళ్ళీ కలెక్షన్ వేరియబుల్కి యాడ్ చేశాను ఇదే కలెక్షన్ వేరియబుల్కి నేను డిఎంఎల్ సప్లై చేస్తాను
సార్ ఇందులో ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఇన్స్టాంటియేషన్ చేయలేదు కదా సార్
నాట్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఇన్స్టాన్షియేషన్ బికాస్ యూ ఆల్రెడీ ఇన్స్టాన్షియేటెడ్ okay when you're trying to do when you're trying to create the record then you go for object instantiation because I'm going with the same objective structure. Okay, I'm going with the same objective structure. This is the object I carry forward, this is the object I carry forward, and I given that objective structure to the C. Okay, so I don't require to create like this. ఎందుకు క్రియేట్ చేయలేదు అంటే ఇక్కడ ఒక ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ స్ట్రక్చర్ ఉంది దాన్నే ఇక్కడ సప్లై చేశాను ఇక్కడ ఉన్నదాన్ని దీనికి ఇచ్చాను ఓకే మళ్ళీ స్పెసిఫిక్ గా చేయాల్సిన పని లేదు దాన్నే క్యారీ ఫార్వర్డ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు
ఓకే సార్
లెట్ మీ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ దిస్ so it is updated right now I have to check this is the previous query right this is the previous query if I refresh this screen it has to show the data as a 0 means that means there are no contacts are available without phone number. Refresh. See, it shows 0. That means all phone numbers are updated. If I put not equal to null, not equal to null means there is no blank. See, we got all the phone numbers that are available, right? So that is the beauty. Each and every contact you can iterate and you can populate a data. Like that you can do. There is another option for us. This is account. This is contact. A1 is account. A2 is account. C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6. A1 associated to C1, C2, A2 is associated to C6 and C4. Okay. You understood the situation, right? Okay. Now, what I would like to do, here it will be like this. I want to show you. For C1 is associated to A1. C2 is associated to A1 only. C4 is also associated to A2. And C6 is associated to A2. What is A1, A2? Okay, all those are nothing but an accounts. What is C1, C2, C4, C6? All those are nothing but an contacts. Okay, I want to show you some beauty here. Okay. So how to avoid duplicates or something else, how you can use another list in the query. I'll show you all these options. Now bring all these contacts who are having only the account records. See, this query will return the account records who are having the record ID, account record ID. See, 63 contacts are associated to the multiple accounts. Okay, 63 contacts out of 570 contacts. Only few 63 contacts are associated to the parent accounts. Now I want to bring all this data into my program. Okay. Now all those 63 are now all those 63 are available in this, or now all those 63 are available in my program right now, right away. Right. Now iterate each and every contact record. Okay. Collect the account IDs. Collect the account IDs. I will collect account IDs in the format of set. Okay. Dot add off. I'm adding those account IDs to this collection variable. Con dot account ID. Each and every account ID will be added to this set. Similarly, let me add the details to the list. Okay, this is set and this is list. Set list. Let me add the same stuff. Contact account ID. ఏం లేదు, ఏం చేస్తున్నానంటే query చేసి డేటా తెచ్చుకున్నా. Iterating each and every contact will have account ID. Adding those account IDs to set and list. Let us check the count. Let's execute this one. Something line number 8, something is missing. Semicolon. See, system identified and it's set. See, it gives 20, it gives 23. But I added the same stuff, right? What happens to the set? What happens to the list? When I queried, it gives 63. And this one is gives 63 for us. But this is giving 20. What happens means it overrided. If you add this stuff, to a set, it will give only count as a 2. It will hold A1 comma A2. If we add only these things list, it will give count as a 4. It will add A1 comma A1 A2 comma A2. Like this it will be added. Okay, so that's why you should be very careful. Okay, you should be very careful. Now I got only the contacts who are associated with an account, so that I can query those accounts, so that I can bring those account data also in the program. Right, now I have the account set of IDs. I can write a query like this. Select ID comma name from account where ID equal dynamically I'm assigning a value to your query. Here you are having the account IDs. If I supply those account IDs, see, ఇక్కడేమో కాంటాక్ట్ మీద క్వరీ రాశారు, దానిలోంచి అకౌంట్ ఐడీస్ నాకు సెట్ క్యాచ్ చేశాను. అకౌంట్ ఐడీస్ పెడితే ఏమొస్తుంది, అకౌంట్ డేటా వచ్చేస్తుంది. నౌ యూ విల్ గెట్ అకౌంట్ డేటా. You queried accounts and you're bringing account data. Sorry, you queried on contacts. And you're bringing account data. That is a beauty. Okay, or I'll remove this size. See this, I got all the accounts. Okay, I got all those accounts. That is a beauty. See, I queried on contacts and I brought account data. To do such kind of things, I have been used list and set. List and set. Now, I'll copy this code aside. You can also prepare like this. You got accounts data, right? Okay, you're getting account data, right? You can convert this data into the map also. Okay, so I will tell you about the maps from the beginning onwards. Let us see. When to go for a map means only for referred data. When you're going for a maps, you'll only go for a refers data. Refer data means I have a username and I have a password. These two are referred data, right? This is a common example. Everyone can understand. So if I give like this, so something. So Gopi and Sridhar might have the same passwords, but usernames are different, right? So I can consider this is nothing but a key. I can consider this is nothing but a value, right? I can consider this is nothing but a key and a value. If I want to refer this, if I want this value, I will refer this key. If I want to refer this value, I refer this key. If you are not having this key, you don't have a chance to do this one. Both are strings, all are having string because it having something combination of characters, numbers and symbols, right? So that's why I can consider. So it will be like this always, map of data type comma data type, map of data type comma data type. What is the data type of this? That means this is a key and this is a value. What is this key here? Key is nothing but a string. So that means I can write like this, map of string comma string. This is key and this is value. If you want to hold this data in your program, how you will write it means map of string comma string. So like this you will instantiate. Here you put primitive data type or a subjective data type or collections or whatever it may be, you can make it. Now I'm just adding some values to this map. As like your collections, you can add a value like this, put. First you have to put a key. What is the key here? Sri@gm.com. Sri@gm.com. comma. And what is the value? I just given a value as pause at 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Here RAM, ROMet, switch.com, and this password is like this. Copy at cn.com, and his password is the same. How you're adding a values to a map is a question. So you're adding a values to a map with a part of a function called as put. So if you use a function called put, then you can add a value to a maps. Now let us see. System.debug. If I put this map directly here and clicking on the execute. See, like this. This is a key and this is a value. Key, value, key, value. Like this it will be there. Okay. So in a real time, how you'll write a map then? How you'll write a map? Okay. Let us see how you'll write a map. There are multiple ways are there. Now, you put a basic idea. I want to capture a data of map like this. ID, comma, contacts. I have an idea to prepare a map like this. Contact ID and the contact record. What I will do? I will iterate. First of all, I will query the contacts because there are no contacts in my program and I'm querying it and bringing that into my local machine. I'm bringing that into my program. So write a query. So all contacts will come into the picture. Now iterate each and every contact. Okay. Iterate each and every contact. Now you want to prepare this map. Key is nothing but a ID. Which ID? Contact ID. Okay. Which ID? Contact ID. See here you got all the contacts. I wrote this query, right? 576. Key is nothing but this ID. Value is nothing but this complete record. This complete record where it has in two values. Put off. How can I get this ID? Con is nothing but this one, right? Con dot con means this contact con dot ID comma con. So that means what happens? You are adding key as a contact ID and you're getting value as that complete contact. Let me put a debug statement and let me check. Right. Execute. See, contact ID and that complete contact record. Contact ID, that complete contact record as a values. Now I can bring those data also. let us say, for example, if I have this ID as a value, as a key, see, I will bring that specific ID, specific contact. Key is the value just in. Dot get off and you supply that key. I supplied that key as hard coded key. Let me check what happens. It gives that particular contact. See, it gives that specific contact. I supplied this key only. So that's why it gives this contact, specific contact. Right? Now, so you can write some optimized code, or you can write some this is a hard coded key, right? I want to go with dynamically. So to deal with dynamically, key column, I can also use like this. In the classes I said, values is nothing but a list of values. Okay, so here I'm just making as a key set. Key set means set of values. Key set means this ID. Values means this one. So key set means ID. So I'm just asking for an IDs. This is a set variable. This is a set variable. This set variable represents the IDs. So that's why I put ID here. Now let's see. Let me print now each and every contact. Dot get off. ఇక్కడ ఏం చేశాను, హార్డ్ కోడ్ చేశాను, ఐడి ఇచ్చాను, బట్ ఇప్పుడు డైనమిక్ గా కీ వాల్యూ పాస్ చేస్తాను. రెండో ఒకటే, ఇది ఒకటే. ఇదేమో సింగిల్ రికార్డ్ డైరెక్ట్ గా ఇచ్చేస్తుంది, హార్డ్ కోడ్ చేశాను. ఇదేమో ఐటరేట్ చేస్తుంది, ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ రికార్డ్ ని టచ్ డౌన్ చేసి ప్రింట్ చేస్తుంది. See, that's it. These are all are nothing but a variations in your code. Okay, you will getting into touch by doing some regular practices. It is not a single day, progress. See, just showing all those contacts in the map format. Okay. So that is the beauty of your maps. Now take a break. Okay, take a break. It is like 7. We will meet at 7:05. Okay, everyone. We will meet at 7:05 and we'll continue to store this code. Okay. We will write some Apex classes. We will write some methods. Okay, and we'll try to store that code. Okay. So we'll meet at 7. We'll meet at 7:05. Okay. Just wait for it. I'll stop the recording. Please be available. Backup people who wants, please be available and stop recording, passing the record. Okay, like whatever the code what we have written till now, we never stored it, because next time if I want that one, I have to write the code again. I did not preserve my code. So how you can preserve your code means like this. Come here, click on file, click on new, click on Apex classes. Okay. So this is an Apex class. You can consider this an Apex class. Why we need Apex class means we store our logics, we store our functionality there. Whenever we require, we will bring that into the picture and we will execute their logics. That's it. So it's not required to every time write the logic and see the results. Okay. So this is an Apex class. This is an access specifier. Okay. This is a class. and this is a class name. Okay, this is a class and class name. Okay, so in every class, what we will have means we have two things, majorly two things. One is one is integer. Sorry, one is a variable declaration. This is a variable declaration. You know how to declare a variables, right? So I just copied that variable declaration here. Okay. And the next thing is methods. Methods are nothing but the functionality, the behavior. So where you can store that options means public void show. That's it. This is a variable, this is a method, and this is a class. Variables and methods must be declared within the class. Okay. You can declare what kind of a variable declaration, either string, boolean, blob, integer, s object, list of collections, whatever it may be, you hold the data like this. This method will execute the functionality. So I just want to print the I value, what it holds. Save it. See, Apex class saved successfully. If you want to execute this Apex class, how you do? Copy this class name, instantiate an object dot, call this method. Call this method name. When you hit this one, see, when you hit this class and this method, this statement will be executed. Execute. See, a variable has been executed. Okay. Similarly, now I have a logic. See this. You know how to create a class and you know how to create a method and you know how to execute that class and the execution of that method. Logic will be varying, okay, in the real time. Now my logic is something different like this. Similarly, this is contacts. Similar example. Right? This account hitting this one, that means it is associated to that. These are associated to this previous example, right? Bring all contacts, iterate each and every contact and identify the account. Put the account data in a map. Okay. This is what my requirement is. Bring all the contacts, iterate it, get the account IDs. Based on that account ID, get the account data and put that account data in a map. That's what I want. So public void get contacts. See, now I'm going to write a real-time code. Select ID comma account ID from contact. So now this query will give all the contacts for you. Right. Now iterate each and every contact. We already discussed this one multiple times. Today also we are doing it. Right? Now gather all those accounts, all those account IDs. I'm gathering all those account IDs. So I just gathered the account IDs. Now, based on those account IDs, write a map to bring only the account data. I can write a query like this. Select ID comma name from account where ID equal to, these are the account IDs which I gathered from the contact, like 63, like 20 accounts will be there. All those 20 accounts will come into the picture. Now you can iterate all these accounts for off account A equal to ACC map dot values system dot debug. This is the account record what I would like to print. That's it. I have written the same code couple of minutes back on the anonymous window. Okay. Now I store that code in the method. So after 100 years also, when I execute this method, this statement will be executed and it will bring the data for us. Let me see. The method name is get contacts. See, it iterates every contact like 600 contacts. Out of that 600 contacts, only 20 accounts are having the contacts. So all those 20 account records has been populated. So that is what we can do with the power of your Apex class. Not only this one. Not only this one. Okay. You can create a methods like method void like display. This is a single method, right? You can write like this public void display 2 and you can hold the parameter here. So the value of I. Name. See this. This is a normal method. This is also normal method, but it has some parameters. So what happens if you do, if you are having like this? So when you instantiate this class, okay, when you're accessing this method, but this method is having two parameters, you have to supply it. Just supplying. That means these are parameterized methods. Execute. There is an option for you to go with the parameterized methods. This is what we have been discussing in the last sessions. And I introduced it one more time. Okay, in the backup. Right? So that means you're giving inputs to my Apex class method from outside. That means end user will give the inputs. Whenever you hit this record, it requires the inputs. So definitely you have to supply the input, then you can see the output of that one. Similarly, you have an option here. Okay. I can also pass some as objects. I'm expecting to insert the record. Save it. When I hit this method, Definitely, I want to supply S object as an input. Here I supply primitive data type as an input. Now I'm supplying S object as a input. That is a beauty. Now I want to supply S object as an input here. How you can do? I want to supply S object as an input parameter. By observing this text, your brain has to read what data I have to supply, account data. So we know already how to insert account. I mean, how to create the account data. See, on anonymous window, I instantiate this class. Now I just prepare the account data and I will supply this account data here. If I supply this account data, my method will insert that data. These kind of a scenario also we have been seen. That means here my clear understanding is these methods can accept primitive data types as subject to data types, collection variables also as a inputs from outside. See, it inserted the backup account. Not only this one, okay, public void display for another example. I will iterate each and every contact. See, these are all are nothing but, warm-up exercises. If you do all this stuff, what I'm trying to say, you will be very happily settled down in a real time. Okay. But I don't know how you take it forward. Okay. It's always depends upon you have to invest time on the warm-ups. See, now this display 4 is not accepting a single record. Now it is accepting the multiple records. Let's query that. So I have a con list. Come here and supply that con list. Okay, this query will bring all the contacts from database and it's applied to my method. What my method is doing? My method is opening each and every record. So it opens each and every record of my contacts, right? Right. We have some other options also there. Public void show. There is an option called string person name. I just given person name like a Srikant. Okay, person name like a Srikant. And it is returning this person name. When you use a return statement, okay, I'll go with this option. When you use a return statement, you should not use void. What it is returning? It is returning person name. What do you mean by person name? Person name is nothing but a string. So you have to use like this. Save it. First, whenever you're writing a program, first you have to check whether your Apex class has been saved successfully or not. When it's saved successfully, then only you can work on that. So the method has been saved successfully. Now come here, remove all this stuff, object dot display file, it is not accepting any inputs, but it will return output. So I can expect some result from here. So what kind of a result you can expect? String format. బండ గుర్తుందంటే ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే ఉందో అక్కడికి పెట్టేస్తే అయిపోతుంది. So let me check the results. Execute. See, it returned the results recome from my Apex program. So not only taking inputs, my Apex program is giving output also. Okay, see the variation, right? Understand these variations. ఏం చేయాలంటే రోజు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తే ఈ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ వేరియేషన్స్ ఈజీ వచ్చేస్తాయి. ఇది ఎప్పుడైతే వచ్చేస్తుందో ఈజీనెస్, యూ కెన్ సింప్లీ వర్క్. ఓకే, ఇట్ టుక్ టైం. స్పెండ్ టైం ప్లీజ్. There are some methods are there. Public, static, void show. So these are nothing but class by references. These are nothing but class by reference. Oh, sorry. Here you can return account object. You can return. Okay, close this one. There are some other options also available. You can return account object also. See, this method will return account. It will insert account and it will return account. So this method will return list of accounts. Either you query or you insert, whatever it may be. See, నేను ఒక్కొక్కటి వేరియేషన్ చూపిస్తున్నాను. సింగిల్ రికార్డ్ ఎలా డీల్ చేస్తాం? I'm just showing the variations, like how you deal with the single records, how you deal with the multiple records, how you deal with the static methods, how you deal with the non-static methods, how you deal with the parameterizing methods, how you deal with the non-parameterizing methods. So you have to grasp that observations. You know, see this void string account and collection variable. Here 0 parents, 2 parents, account as a parameter, list of collections as a parameter. So like this, these kind of variations are available. Now simply you can put like this: public static void show. This is class by reference. Save this one. Let's call this method. To call this method, you need not these kind of a stuff. Just you need a class name and you can hit this one. Just you need a class name and you can hit this one. See, it executed. Right? It executed as a static method. Right? Similarly, you can put integers, account, contacts, collection variables, normal variables, single variables, whatever it may be, you can do, you can write something stuff. Okay. And also I have been explained you yesterday, like, a class to class communications and wrapper class. Again, I'll tell you those things in the next coming sessions. Wait for the time being. So till today, what I have been explained you, okay, I just given a high level discussion in this 2 hour sessions. 2 hours, no? 5:30 to 6:30, 6 to 7:30, yes, 2 hour sessions. Okay. So please be concentrate. Please do some workout. Please do some warm-up exercises. I just given already warm-up exercise document for you. That is very important because you people, when you go into the part of a trigger, I can see smokes on your head. So I don't want that one. If I don't want that one, means please be practice. Every day is a practice for us. Okay. Please try to ask as many as questions in the group so other people also can be try to understand that. Okay. So I'll pose
Okay,
this
sir.
immediately. Go through this. Yes, tell me. Any questions? Okay. So I'll post this video immediately in the next 5 minutes. Video will be available. Go through this one more time. Get some hands on. Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.